So, over the last 3 weeks, I've been challenging myself to design and build piston doors from scratch using only my knowledge of redstone mechanics and what the game provides. That means no looking up tutorials, standard piston layouts, schematics, just me, redstone, and a whole lot of experimentation. And this is what I've accomplished in that time. As you can see, wait, 1 second, 1 second. There we go, that's better. So, as you can see, I've been busy. I've been posting daily progress updates on my Shorts tab, and while I am going to cover some of the same doors that were shown here, I am also going to cover a lot of new material, failed projects, ideas, things like that, that weren't shown here and that I can't show in 5, 6, 7 second shorts. So let's just start from the beginning. There we go. So this is my first piston door. This is the first piston door I ever made, and it was a 3x3. It's not quite one wide, but you know, mostly there. So it's a 3x3. You know, not really all that fast, but still works fine for a first 3x3. Next day, okay, I'm gonna have to turn down this render distance. Next day, if I can find that as well in here somewhere. There we go. I think, yeah, this was it. Did manage to make it one wide. Used a lever input this time. It's not all that much faster. It's just one wide, and so that's already a pretty big improvement in of itself. So that's the first 2 days. For day 3, over here, it also really isn't that much faster, maybe a little bit, but mostly the big improvement was that it's now quite a bit smaller than day 2, which was really large for a 3x3, even for a one wide 3x3. So this was already just a size improvement mostly over the day 2 door. So for day 4, yeah, this one is it. Okay. This was my day 4 door. This was the first day where I actually felt like I started to make a good door, because this is actually starting to be really fast compared to the day 3 door. This is really fast in comparison, and it's also quite a bit smaller, and it doesn't look like it's being held together by hopes and dreams, basically. It actually looks like a good design, even though my later designs were quite a bit smaller than this. It still was good, especially for one of my first doors, basically. So day 5, which is conveniently right next to day 4, really wasn't all that different from day 4. It was just a few ticks faster at most, but it's really not all that different, so I don't think we need to spend that much time on it. So day 6, which is this one, start to be a little bit more organized at this point. It doesn't look all that different, but it is quite a bit faster, mostly because if you look at this piston right here, if I slow down the game, you can see it only activates once for both the opening and the closing. You see also the opening only activates once, whereas in both the day 4 and day 5 doors, it activates twice, which on this door saves a lot of time, and on this door it makes it quite a bit slower. So that's one main thing that I improved. You can see here on the opening that wastes a lot of time. So that was one of the main improvements with day 6. So day 7, this one, not much faster, but a lot smaller. I think off the top of my head, I think this one is 10 blocks by 10 blocks, giving it a 100 block volume. I don't know day 6 off the top of my head, but just visually looking at it, it looks a lot larger. I'd say maybe like 150 blocks, something like that. So quite a big improvement, maybe up to like 30% smaller. So that was a big improvement. You can see on the bottom I shaved off, I think, 2 layers off of the bottom. Yeah, 2 layers off of the bottom just gone. So that was a big improvement. Day 8, which is not this one, right here. This was the final size I stopped at for a while for 3x3s until I finally managed to improve it later. Foreshadowing. I did manage to make it smaller later on, but this was the final size I stopped at. I mean, it's really not, I didn't really have that much left that I could even remove. Like, I had this layer on the side, these two right here, one on the bottom, but apart from that, it's pretty small. So, I'm already pretty proud of this one. And then day 9, which is, yep, conveniently right here. No, nope, this is not day 9. This one over here, this is day 9. It looks pretty much the same, and it is a lot of the same, but you can see these two blocks, which were observers on day 8 over there. You can see the observers. These were swapped out for note blocks, and this observer was swapped out for a copper bulb. This used to be an observer. There's a few changes like that, which just make it a few ticks faster. You won't be able to notice it just without a side-by-side comparison, but just trust me, it is a little bit faster, like 1 or 2 ticks. So for day 10, I decided to switch things up and make a 4x4. So this is a 4x4, as you can see. It's, I don't even want to know how the volume of this thing, I think it's around 500 blocks or something, I don't even want to know, but it's pretty good. It's not the fastest, but for my first 4x4, it's fine. Yeah. So for day 11, also decided to switch things up, and I stuck with making 4x4s. This time, 4x4 vault door, which is not double-sided, is not seamless, and isn't even that small, but yeah, I don't even have that many good things to say about it. It's not that great. Yeah, no, I don't have much. I had originally tried to make a fully seamless and double-sided vault door over here. This one didn't exactly work out as intended. It's a little bit broken, but way over here, I hope I don't have to time-lapse this travel time. Over here, I did manage to build it seamless, double-sided, 4x4 vault door. This was created, I think, even after, yeah, like, I think I made this just 2 days ago. It was after I finished all of the shorts up to day 21, so this was a later project. So this is a sneak peek of what I managed to accomplish later on. And now I can time-lapse myself going back. So after that, we have day 12, which was a little bit interesting of a door. It was one of my first attempts at a really, really small door. I think this one is 72 or 81, something like that, blocks, where I have only this layer at the bottom and one layer on the side before it's layout size, and I can't make it any smaller. This was the smallest, I think, door I could even possibly make with this layout, but it was a little bit questionable. Like, the opening is a bit, it's really not great, and the closing is even more questionable. If you've seen the short, you know what I mean. But I do just want to be clear, this was not intended when I made this door. This was just the byproduct of me making it this small. I couldn't really do anything about it. So moving swiftly on from that, we have day 13. No. Here. Yes. Okay. Day 13, which was when I started to just experiment with making whatever as a door. So here I have a 3x3, except that when it closes, it just makes another door inside of it. It just makes another door instead of actually closing as a regular 3x3 would. I just want to point out there is a little piece of string right here that's used for detecting the player that I can't really remove because I don't even think string is actually pushable. Yeah, no, string isn't even pushable, so I can't even do anything about it. It just stays there. So, I mean, there's not really much I can do about it. It's just there, but you can walk right through it, so it doesn't affect all that much. So, day 14, I also continued the trend of making just kind of whatever as a door, not really just like a 3x3 or 4x4, just kind of whatever I felt like. So, this is a door that uses pistons and redstone blocks as the door, which was actually surprisingly challenging to make because of QC. Like, these redstone blocks you can easily just retract with singles, but these pistons, you need to pull this redstone block up, but that can still activate it with QC. So you need to do a full double extension to move this redstone block 1, 2 up, then pull these pistons out of the way, and then you need to push the redstone block back down so there isn't just a random hole in the ceiling. So it's a little bit messy on the wiring, but I think it's still a unique door that I actually really haven't seen before. So there, original concept. For day 15, over here, this one, yep, I tried to make not really a 3x3 glass door, but like, it's like, I don't know how to describe it, like a 3x1 seamless glass bar door or something like that. I don't know if that's a real term, but whatever this is. So whatever that is, I decided to make. I was attempting to make a fully seamless glass 3x3, but I didn't have space at the top or bottom to make it a full 3x3, so I just left it as a bar. And for everyone complaining that my doors use too many observers, here you go. I hope this makes you feel better. For day 16, I think, I'm losing track at this point, I think day 16, I created a design that, for pretty much the same thing, it has the same end result, but that does have some space at the top and bottom, so I could theoretically turn it into a seamless 3x3 door. I just didn't have the time to do that, but I did just create this new design, which is also a decent bit faster and simpler. Still a bit of observer spam, but better. The next day, I created 2 new designs for basically the top and bottom parts of a glass 3x3. There's the top part, and then I have another version over here for the bottom part that just seamlessly adds the glass on the top and bottom. So then I just combined all of those together and got a seamless glass 3x3. Not very fast, but honestly, I'm just proud I managed to make it. It's also huge, but still same thing. I'm just glad I made it. So then for day 18, I finally decided to go back and improve my 4x4, which had some space for improvement. So I don't think it's faster. Mostly it's just a bit smaller, actually a lot smaller, mostly more compact. It doesn't, like the old one just had so much empty space in there. So this one was just more compact and space efficient than my first 4x4, so improvement. For day 19, I decided to go back to making 3x3s. So I don't know where I put it. Here. I made a dustless and tileable 3x3. And then for day 20, I basically just stacked 15 of them to make a very like long door basically. I did also create a really, really long version that had some delay between each door. So they didn't all activate simultaneously and they just all activated one after the other. Same for the opening. It just activated one after the other like this for 100 blocks long. And I also created all the way over there another version that was also like 100 blocks long, but that almost all opened simultaneously. And finally, we have day 21, which was the last door I posted as a short over here, I think this one, which was another really, really small 3x3. This one is actually larger than day 12 because of this line of redstone at the top, but I did create one that ties day 12 over here, but that just doesn't have as good of an animation because to get it this small, I need to pass a signal through this piston, and doing that adds a lot of delay and has this last section taking a lot longer to register opening or closing than the rest of the door, so it just really doesn't look all that good. This version is just really good overall. Before I go, I just want to say thank you for the absolutely insane support this series has gotten. I never thought this series would be this popular. I just wanted to push myself creatively and learn more about doors by taking an active approach. I really didn't expect any of this to do all that well, but somehow these shorts, some of them ended up getting over 1 million views. I've passed 2,000 subscribers and I'm nearing 2,500. So whether you watched a single short, followed the whole series, or just stumbled across this video, thank you. I really appreciate it. Bye.